Hello, beautiful woman. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Very, very good. It's the night before New Year's Eve over here in New York. So I was wanting some snow, but it's not coming.
Mm. Yeah, we don't have snow either, but maybe later.
Maybe later. I'm like, come on, give me some winter. Anyway, with the delightful Andrea, who's in London, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Andrea. I'm 29 years old. I work as a software engineer for a stock exchange. I have a son who's 4.5,
Who's
and
gorgeous.
he's a very very nice boy. And I've just been through the 80 weeks program, soul to soul program, and I'm very very happy about it.
Oh, you're so gorgeous. I couldn't help but invite Andrea on to come and say a few words because we had a wrap-up call this week and she was just bursting through the computer. She was just like, and I got this, and I got this, and I got this. And I was like, okay, we need to bottle your energy. So if you are okay with this, can we just go back to how you were feeling 8 weeks ago, Andrea? Just take a moment to really tune into that.
Yeah, 8 weeks ago when
Yeah.
I clicked on the link and when I had the first conversation with Lucy, I was in a really really bad state. I was all over the place. I was living in major anxiety, like almost I was getting it every day. I wasn't sleeping at night. I used to use alcohol to nub me up, which was a really bad thing to do, but sometimes it was helping with my sleep and it was making me happy for a few hours. So
Mhm.
yeah, my state was terrible. I was single, and that was a major cause for my anxiety and for my sadness. I wanted a partner, but I didn't think I was deserving to get one. I was scared to get one. I was very, very scared of men. Like I had these old stories that men will leave me, men just want me for sex. No one will like me. No one will accept me with a kid. And I had all this victimhood in me.
Mm.
And I was living in that. And that was causing me like lots of grief.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things I love that you said on our call was, do you remember what you said to me? You go like, Lucy, I didn't believe when you said to me I can help you. I didn't actually believe you. Can you just share a bit more about that?
Oh, oh yes. Like first conversation with Lucy when she was telling me that, oh, this program will make you be who you are and make you trust in yourself. I thought, sounds very good, but I don't think I can do it. Like it sounded too much of a fairy tale to me.
Hmm.
And I think well, I think it was like about 2 weeks ago when I finally realized it's not really a fairy tale. This is all true. It's all it is. It's believe in yourself and be happy with who you are, and everything will fall into place.
Yes.
I was expecting people. I was expecting another guy to come and make me happy, for example. That's another old story. But I don't need someone to make me happy. I can be happy by myself. I can be optimistic by myself. I can dream by myself. I don't need someone to come and do that for me.
Well, that's right. And you want someone to come. You're very excited about this man coming into your life. But
Yes.
but what I love is when I first spoke to Andrea, no joke, her energy, I could feel what an epic woman she was and is, but there was so much fear. She spoke very, very quietly. There was something in her spirit that had me invite you in. You know, there was something about you that I was like, oh, she's a bit of a warrior deep down. But
Mm.
you were just so terrified and you were just so shut down. And then a bit after halfway through the program, I just started to see this other woman show up. And I'm like, oh my God, there she is. And
Mm.
now it's just been the same ever since. You're just in this completely different energy. So yes, it is about believing in yourself, but there's a deep process that you went through, right? Without going into the process, it's not just a little easy 8 weeks, right?
Yeah. As I was saying, I've done lots of self-development work before, lots of confidence building work. But since it wasn't in the heart, it was in my head. The
Mm.
first time I had a guy coming to me and liking me, I was like, oh no, why does he like me? Like, I don't deserve this. He's so good for me. And I got scared. And it was because all that work I've been doing was just in my head and not in my heart. I was believing it, but I wasn't really feeling it.
Well, you weren't really believing it deep down. That's the truth.
Yes, it was more like a
I believe it. No, you don't.
Yeah.
So then what would you do? You'd push men away or run away?
Yes, running away was my pattern. Avoiding, that was me. But now I know, like, I am an amazing woman. I'm
Yes.
beautiful, I'm smart. Of course men will like me. I'm very, very sexy as well. So of course men are attracted to me. And
Yeah.
my previous thing was running away, pushing them away as well, and not being confident with who I was. I was like, oh, I would do this and that. I was so insecure. I wasn't like, okay, I wasn't confident to tell them I want this, I want a relationship. So of course people and men were treating me the way they wanted, because they knew they can get away with it.
They were walking all over you. You had no self-expression, no inner confidence. And there was also having an impact on your beautiful son, right?
Yes, like I had such low boundaries. With my son, I used to give him what he wanted because it was the easy way out. I didn't have boundaries. I didn't say no. And that's what it meant. I didn't say no very often because I thought they will not like me anymore if I say no. So I was just letting them get away with stuff. But one of the important things that came out of this course, and I realized, is saying no is good. People respect you for saying no.
Yes, no is a full sentence.
Exactly. People will treat you way better when you say no. And also, like, I wasn't getting what I wanted in my previous relationship because I wasn't telling people what I wanted. I was just that chameleon. I was doing whatever they wanted.
That's such a trap, Andrea. It's great that you mentioned that. I used to do that too. You know, I was a chameleon. So it's like always adapting to what the guy wanted so he'd like me, which, as you said, that's not the way to do it at all. That's when they leave you because you don't have a sense of self. And that's what I'm hearing from you today, is that now you have your beautiful sense of self with a very strong foundation. And it's a very magnetic, beautiful thing to see. You're literally in this energy of like, yep, I'm going to have that soulmate relationship. What's improved now with Andy, your son?
Well, he's a bit better behaved. He's still work in progress. He's not yet.
Yes.
We're not there yet, but he's behaving better. And I'm saying no, like no to tablet all the time, no to buying all the toys, and he's more obedient, I think.
Yeah, he wants that from his mum, but also he would have noticed how sad you were before. Remember, and that's when our children, for those of you that have, children, I work with single women who don't have children. I work with women who do have children, and it's profound to see a mother come in and do this work because it has a knock-on effect on her children. Yeah. And before, what children do is they take on our sadness, they take on our energy. And he was, he's such a loving boy, but at the age of 4, it has a huge impact on our children. So now he's got a mum who knows how to love herself. And that means, now he's got those firm boundaries, and he's going to grow up into an amazing man because you've gone and done this beautiful work for yourself.
Yeah. We have been spending more quality time, to be honest, since I started the course, because I realized the importance of doing it.
Yeah. Well, when I spoke to you, I felt like you were drowning. I mean, would you say you'd given up on love?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just numbing myself with stuff. I was just getting distracted with other things, partying. And
you were hiding. You were hiding.
Yeah.
And it's crazy for those of you that are listening, like, Andrea's 29 years old. It's like, no, just because you've got a son, it's like you're still in your absolute prime. And I'd say the same if you're 39 or 49. It's like you're in your prime right now. And now your lights are on, your eyes are sparkling. And that's what I see. And as we're all just energy, there's no doubt that 2019 is going to hold a lot of magic for you. How do you feel now as we approach 2019? How do you feel about the year ahead?
I'm really, really excited. I know it's going to be a very, very good year. I will get lots of love. I will be very happy. I have a list of plans, a list of goals I set for myself, not only with love. So I will find the man of my life in 2019. But there are some other areas of my life I have been looking at during the course, like my job, the place where I live, and those need upgrading as well. So I'm very, very excited. I've already started taking steps to improve them.
Well, I love that you said that, because that's the truth, is that when you come and do this deep inner work, It's an up level in every area: health, well-being, career, money, and relationships. Everything starts up leveling once you get into your truth. And so in the middle of the program, I remember we had our middle of the program private call, and we were talking about a lot of things, and then you were like, hang on a minute, I'm not happy in my job right now. I was like, great, what are you doing about it? You're like, oh, I'll just wait till next year. I go, no, now. Get moving. And you're like, oh yeah, like what am I waiting for?
Yeah. And as soon as we stopped the conversation, like the following week, I started getting job specs from recruiters, and I started applying. I haven't changed yet, but I'm in the middle of doing that. So,
but isn't that the truth? The law of attraction, the universe, it's always working 24/7. And you started saying, no, I want a new job right now. And then you started out of the blue getting these job offers coming in. I mean, this is really the heart of the work that I teach. It's elevating your vibration, your point of attraction. Yeah, when we're down in victim land down here, we attract in men that aren't going to show up for us. It's like, hi, I have no self-worth. Hi, I have no self-worth too. Let's hang out and close our hearts together, And then when you go up the vibrational elevator up to here and you start really living your best life, showing up for yourself, tight boundaries, get that self-worth soaring, you cannot attract in this low vibrational man or job or anything. So everything has to come with you to meet you, because you attract who you are. And that's what you're seeing now with the relationship with your son, these jobs that are coming in. There's no doubt you're going to have an amazing job any minute. This man that's going to come in can now actually, you can attract him in. You don't have to find him. You attract him with your beautiful certainty that you have now and that energy. And when he comes, it's like you're not going to run out the back door. You're going to be like, yes, of course you're coming to be with me. Right? Is that how you feel right now?
Sorry?
Is that how you feel right now, that when the right man comes along, you're not going to run away?
Yeah, of course. Like, as I was saying in our call, for me, it's not really hard to find men. Like, I think I'm quite attractive, and men like to come and talk to me. For me, it was my attitude and not being able to tell them what I want, like being in such a low vibration.
Yes.
So of course, I'll find the men I want.
Yes, you will. That's for sure. I love it.
But 18 weeks ago, I wouldn't have told you that. I was like, oh, if men don't like me, and I would have been a totally different.
Oh, I remember on the call, I felt you running away from the call. And I said to you on the call, if you're not careful, Andreea, you will run away from this help and support. And you said, that's true. I said, yes. You'll be like, oh, thanks, Lucy, bye. Because that's what we do. We're on the verge of getting something that we actually need and desire. We can end up sabotaging it. So I'm so happy that you chose yourself and your dream. And, when you just think of, like, imagine if you hadn't gone through this process, to beautiful women like you who are watching this, who haven't done this work, who are in suffering, who are feeling lonely and looking at, oh my God, another year where nothing actually happens for me. What would you say to those beautiful souls right now?
Well, I would say sign up for the course. It's really, really worth it. I was a non-believer, like most of the people. I didn't really trust it too much, but it really worked for me. And I think for me, I'm so in my head. I'm very intellectual. Everything has to have logic.
Yes.
So,
yeah. Very different for you. What actually had you, like, I remember our phone call very, very clearly. But I felt like I had a fragile little bird in my hand, but I could see your greatness. That's why I invited you in, because I thought, it's not about I don't invite everyone in, as you know. And it's never a judgment or anything like that. It's just about whether I can feel if someone's really ready to do the deep work, because a lot comes up. And it's not a walk in the park. It's very courageous work, and someone has to be very, very ready. Otherwise, if they want their victimhood more, I can't help them. But with you, I was like, no, she really, really wants this, and she's in a lot of pain. But I could feel this little flicker of light in you that was ready. What do you remember about why you said yes to doing this work? What was it for you?
Well, I was as I was saying before, in such a bad state. And I know I wasn't 100% convicted it's gonna work, but somehow I felt this is my chance. This is a way I can get rid of all that pain. This is something I should do. So yeah, probably that's what made me
I
do
love
it.
that. No,
It
I
was
love
a chance.
I love that truth, because that's, you know, you're not the only one. It's like, you know, when we've been living in a certain way, in a certain dynamic, with certain worldview and beliefs, suddenly there's some woman you don't know saying, hey, I'm going to really help you get you to your dream. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, right. You sure this isn't some weird scam? So of course you did feel some resonance with this process and with me, which is why you actually said yes. And now 8 weeks on, you're like, you know, imagine if you didn't say yes. How would that be?
It was also your certainty and the way you were talking that made me believe this is actually, this is my chance. This is a chance I should take.
Well, I remember saying yes. And I remember that you said that, you know, you said, well, Lucy, you sound very, very certain. I said, well, that's how you're going to feel about love and relationships. And how do you feel now?
Yes, I am. I feel everything you said in the first call, and I think it was in the video I watched as well. It's really, I really believed in that.
Good.
Because all it matters is how I feel about myself. It's not anything around. Well, yeah, it's not anything around me. It's not what people think. It's just how I feel about myself, and I feel I can trust myself. That's the most important thing. No matter what life throws at me, I'm able to go over and succeed.
Listen,
yeah, that's where the course helped me.
What you're saying right now is just music to my ears, because so many of us women think that, oh, it's just the man that's missing and then everything's going to be great.
Yeah, but that's not true.
No, it's a recipe for disaster, because you're trying to fill a void within yourself with another human. And then that creates codependent relationships, that creates the man then leaving or cheating or ghosting, because you're not coming from a place of wholeness. You're not coming from self-belief or self-trust. Like you just said, trust is such an important piece, because if we don't trust ourselves to be enough in a relationship, how in God's name do we expect some man to come along to show up for us when we don't even trust ourselves? And that is so overlooked when women are out there looking for, you know, for love in all the wrong places, going out more, going online more, and wondering why nothing's ever happening. It's because we're all energy, and men can smell a woman in desperation. They can honestly feel her coming around the block before she even arrives at the date. Same with women. We can detect a man who's just like really, really needy. You can feel it right off the bat. So the most important thing, in my opinion, that we can do, which is why this work is so profound, is absolutely get ourselves to our fullest state first. Brand new beliefs, brand new vibration, brand new attitude about love and about life, right? That's what this work is. And it's a lot more than just attracting in a soulmate. It's about really living your best life and creating it on purpose. And you, my darling, right now, had so much fun chatting with you, just pouring out all this juicy energy, and you're glowing, and it's just amazing to see how quickly, Andreea, you were able to shift things in your life.
Yeah, it was a very, very great journey. I really loved it. And this was me all over the time. It's just I didn't know I had it in me. I didn't discover my strength. I didn't know my power. And that's where all the course was important. And where the main help was.
You're absolutely right too. This was always inside of you. And getting the support, you know, from me and the other women in the program, that was a profound part too for you. You know, having your own soul sisters. You want to talk a bit about that?
Yes, like the soul sisters, the girls in the other women in the programs, they helped me a lot, especially when I was feeling like sleeping down, when I wasn't. I had them in the first weeks. I had some moments when I wasn't putting the work needed, but then I was seeing someone else doing a proper work, doing a proper description of the module.
Yes.
And that's when I realized, like, oh my God, I'm not doing enough work. So that really, really helped me and encouraged me, as well as like the advice received by other girls. Like they resonated with me, and that helped me figure out more what I want, who I am. Yeah, figuring what I want was very, very important for me, because I didn't know what I want, to be honest, before starting.
Well, that's exactly right. You're not doing the program alone. So when you're with other women, other amazing women who are out to live their best life, you all have a knock-on effect. So when you see a beautiful soul sister have a breakthrough, you're like, I want to go and have the breakthrough, right?
Yeah.
Then you have a breakthrough and they're like, I want to do what Andrea's doing. And
Mm.
so that's why it's such a quick trajectory. Because a lot of people say to me, I can't change my life in 8 weeks. That's the biggest load of baloney I've ever heard. I'm like, really? Because you've been doing therapy for 10 years and nothing's changed. That's the truth. You know, a lot of people come to me who've done a lot of therapy and they're hanging on to therapy like therapy's it. I go, it's not doing anything.
Mm.
8 weeks when you really show up and have the right support and a proven process, it's like, look out, right? You've just gone through it. And it feels like it must have been longer than that. Does it feel like it was longer than that? Like, what was it?
Well, in terms of breakthrough and changes, yes, way longer. I did used to take psychotherapy, I think. I used to have a psychologist I've been working with for a few months, but nothing really changed compared to this course. Like, this course really, really helped a lot, like in terms of achievements and beliefs and how I change the way I see things.
And the truth is, Andrea, is that you absolutely worked the program. You know, you can't just come in and sit there and have it done to you. And that's my therapy. A lot of it's just talk, and nothing's actually being activated or shifted or released or integrated. Whereas you, every step of the way, okay, the first week or two, I did kick your butt a bit. Like, get in here and do the work. Stop hiding. And the reason that people sometimes hide in that first week is they're terrified. Like, oh, what if it doesn't work? So I'm not going to try too hard, because then I'll be safe. And it's like, no. I always say to my women, this is life or death. You show up like you freaking mean it. And then you did. You're like, all right, I guess so. But isn't that the truth? We're terrified to really show up in case something doesn't work. And that's how you were being in your relationships. Holding back, hiding, in case it didn't work. It's like, well, it was never going to work when you're hiding.
Well,
So,
that's telling people what you want, yeah.
Yes. Well, it's been absolutely amazing to chat with you. You are looking so radiant and beautiful, and I can't wait to get the updates about your upcoming engagement. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. I can now dream and think about it, and I can visualize my wedding day as well. I couldn't do that before. So I'm so excited for the future in 2019.
Oh,
it will be 2019.
You and me both, honey bun. And if anyone wants to, ask you any questions or reach out to you, are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Don't bombard her. She's a mother and she's working her little butt off. But yes, if they want to, check in with you and they resonate with you, that's okay if they send you a little message.
Yes, they're more than welcome.
Thank you so much. Well, listen, go and have the most phenomenal New Year's Eve. And thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. It's been absolutely amazing.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, my pleasure. Mwah! Bye, darling.